Hey there, welcome to my tour of a cell. Hopefully you're excited, but remember to keep all arms, legs, heads, hands, feet, tentacles, or any other appendages inside the tour vehicle at all times. Any violation of these rules, and you may be held in the vacuole until the tour is over. Now that you understand these guidelines, we can begin our tour. First off, I'll be showing you the cell membrane, or plasma membrane. It is a biological membrane that separates the interior of cells from the outside environment. This membrane acts like a plastic bag, keeping everything together. The cell membrane is made up of proteins and phospholipids that consist of polar hydrophilic heads with hydrophobic tails. Now the cylindrical objects coming up on our right are called centrioles. These structures are composed of groupings of microtubules. This is a rare treat though, folks. Their sight only seen in animal cells. Just ahead, you should see a large object studded with small openings. This is the nucleus, and it will be our next stop on the tour. The nucleus is more easily recognized by the system of pores embedded in its outer membrane. Biological materials move in and out through these pores. These are the communication channels between the inner world of the nucleus and outside cytoplasm of the cell. The nucleus contains the majority of the DNA of the cell and controls cellular growth and reproduction. The next sight to see is the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm has three main jobs. It's a medium of suspension for the organelles in the cell, a way of transporting genetic material and the products of cell respiration, as well as a buffer protecting the cell's genetic material and organelles from collision with other cells. We're now nearing an organelle of the cell with two sides. Its full name is the endoplasmic reticulum, but it's often shortened to ER. It has a smooth side and a rough side. The smooth ER acts as storage. It is important in the creation of steroids and the keeping of ions for later use. The rough ER is very important in the synthesis and packaging of proteins. Some proteins are used in the cell and some are sent out. The rough ER looks rough due to the ribosomes attached all over it. Ahead we'll be looking at the Golgi apparatus. These are found in both plant and animal cells. The Golgi apparatus is often thought of as the distribution and shipping department for the cell's chemical products. It modifies proteins and lipids to ready them for export outside of the cell. On the left, we're passing lysosomes, another organelle exclusive to animal cells. Lysosomes hold enzymes created by the cell. Lysosomes' purpose is to digest things, whether it's food or the cell itself when it dies. Next are the mitochondria, the power plants of the cell. These are located in the cytoplasm and convert energy into forms used by the cell. They are sites of cell respiration, plus they're involved in cell processes such as cell division and cell death. From a bit further out, we can see the nuclear envelope. This separates the nucleus from the cytoplasm, keeping the nucleus's contents together. Now, from a closer perspective, we'll see the nucleolus. The nucleolus is the most prominent structure in the nucleus. The nucleolus produces ribosomes, which move out of the nucleus to positions on the rough ER. Ribosomes are cell construction teams. Cells need to make proteins, and ribosomes do this for the cell. They are the protein builders, or synthesizers of the cell. Ribosomes are found on the rough ER, and are actually responsible for giving the rough ER its rough look. This large bubble-like membranous structure is called a vesicle. Vesicles are responsible for storing and transporting cellular products, as well as digesting metabolic wastes. Vesicles are separated from the cytosol by at least one lipid barrier. Now the large organelle to the side of the vehicle is the vacuole of the cell. In a plant cell, the vacuole would be a central organelle. The vacuole is the storage bin to the cell. The vacuole contains waste products, products that could be harmful to the cell, water, and the vacuole is also responsible for exporting unwanted materials from the cell. These microtubules to the left of the vehicle are what make up centrioles as discussed earlier in the tour. These fibrous, hollow tubes function primarily to help support the shape of the cell. In addition to structure, organelles can use microtubules as pathways. Microtubules are a component of the cytoskeleton. Now, because this is a hypothetical tour, you'll get to see two organelles only found in plant cells, even though we looked at centrioles and lysosomes already. The first plant cell exclusive organelle is chloroplast. Chloroplast is responsible for conducting photosynthesis. This is the plant's source of energy, and it could not live without it. Last of all, and the second plant exclusive organelle on our tour, is the cell wall. Cell walls are made of cellulose. Cellulose provides a protective frame to help the plant cell survive. Cell walls also help keep the plant cell's shape. Thanks for joining me on the tour of the cell, folks. That's all for now.